welcome to another live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Hello, Gogs. I don't even know if I'm live now. Hello, Gogs. Fashionably late as always. My apology. Has been a couple times. Today I've had a very busy day. But that's no excuse. I was late. How late was I? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? 9 minutes? Something like that. So sorry, guys. I try my absolute hardest to not be late, and my hardest sucks. We have a new bonus game today. We are going to be consulting the Divine Toilet today for bonus points. Every time you guys get a point on the scoreboard, I will flush the toilet, and when the Divine Turd speaks, when the Divine Toilet speaks, you get a bonus point. Hey, Simon, how you doing? Hey, Egg! Just came to check on everyone. Hey, Egg, how you doing? We're doing good. We've got some new games. You were late, Simon. You were the second one. Egg was the very first champion in the Hall of Champions. We have a little bit of a new system for the Hall of Champions. Guys, today we're actually going to be playing... Hey, Plastic Fantastic, how are you doing? Guys, we're actually going to be playing a lot of Justifiable Thoughts today. You've been doing good. Awesome, Egg. All right, bye, adios, Simon. Have a good one. Guys, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. Today's a little bit of, today's a little bit of an abnormal stream compared to usual. I will still induct somebody into the Hall of Champions, whoever has the most points on the scoreboard by the end of the 2-hour stream. As soon as an hour and 55 minutes in, up to 2 hours in, will be entered into the Hall of Champions. Excuse me. We're going to go ahead and play Justifiable Thoughts. Welcome to a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Doing super well. All right. We're going to play Justifiable Thoughts where I have you guys name something. The first person to give me a justifiable answer. What's up, Baronator? Hey, Egg, have a great one. The first person to give me a justifiable answer, starting with the random letter, will get a point on the scoreboard. Every time you guys get a point, I will flush the toilet. And when the Divine Toilet speaks, you get a bonus point. Where's a strange place to conduct an interview, starting with the letter H? Staying late to finish up some work. All right, Barney, we have 2 hours today. 2 hours. Where's a strange place to conduct an interview? All right. Hey, Daniel, welcome back. All right, I would say there's probably only a couple good answers here. A lot of them are justifiable. Actually, after this question, we're going to move on to giving 2 answers out per question because we have plenty of people. And however, for this one, we're only going to give 1 point out. All right, where's a strange place to conduct an interview? Starting with the letter H, we have Gogs. You said a hotel. However, that's not very strange because hotels hire people. Same with hospital. Plastic, you said hell. Hell would be a strange place to conduct an interview. So, Plastic, I'm going to give it to you. If you can manage to get yourself to hell and then conduct an interview there, that would qualify as a strange place. Plastic, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Plastic, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. And Plastic, since you have a point, we have to consult the Divine Toilet. Good evening, Finn. Welcome, guys, to a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. All right, Plastic, do you get a bonus point? No, you do not. Moving on to the next round of Justifiable Thoughts. Since we have plenty of people in, I will be giving a point to the first 2 people to give me a justifiable answer for this game. We're playing Justifiable Thoughts. Where's an unusual spot to find a lost pet, starting with the letter S? Your answer, whether a word or sentence, must start with a random letter that I choose. All right, starting at the top, we got a few people in for the first time. Genway, hey Richard, good to see you back. Genway, Finn, Bubsky. All right, Baronator, we'll be here. All right, guys, where's an unusual spot to find a lost pet? Gods, you said shows. Shows would be a super unusual spot if you're at like a concert or something. Gogs, so go ahead and give that's a justifiable answer. Richard, you said a school. School would be a super weird one. You guys all had some good answers. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Gogs and Richard for shows and school. Baronator, you said soup. A soup would be a very weird place to find your lost pet. Sewers, Saturn, yep. Shows equal carnival here. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to give it to Gogs and Richard. Gogs, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. And Richard, welcome back. Good to see you again. Welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are also entered in as red. All right, Gogs, for your point, we have to consult the Divine Toilet real quick. And Richard, for your point, all right. Moving on to the next round of justifiable thoughts. Where's a strange location to have a sleepover? Your answer must start with the letter P. All right, we have plenty of good answers. Where's a strange place to find to have a sleepover? Gods, you said a pool. A pool would be a very strange place to have a sleepover. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you, Gogs. And Richard, you said Pluto. If you managed to get to Pluto and could have a sleepover, that'd be a very strange place. I'll give it to you, Richard. Consulting the Divine Toilet. What were some other answers? Plastics House. Hey, Green, please try not to spam the chat. You know, you just get, you could put your answer in once and it would just help with the flow of the game. Just helps, with the flow of the game. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next question. I promise I read the chats from the top to the bottom. A police station would be a very odd place to have a sleepover. Where should you not take a selfie? Starting with the letter C. Guys, this is we try to keep, remember the 3 F's for this game show. We try to keep it fun. We try to be fair. And we try to be family. We are family friendly. Where should you not take a selfie? Starting with the letter C. Let's see what we have. Hey, Bronny, welcome back. All right, we've got Bronny, you said a cop's house. Yeah, I would imagine they probably wouldn't want any filming done there. And if you take a picture at the wrong cop's house, that could get you in a lot of trouble. Bronny, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Welcome to the scoreboard. Bronny, as a former champion, you're entered in as red. Bronny, we're doing the Divine Toilet as a bonus game today. Every time you guys get a point, we consult the Divine Toilet, and if it speaks, you get a bonus point. All right, moving on. We have... God, you said a cactus. Where should you not take a selfie? Yeah, I think you could take a selfie with a cactus. I've taken one with a cactus before. Daniel, you said church. A lot of people take selfies at church. So these are not justifiable answers. Green, you said cat. I've taken selfies with a cat, so has many others. Small Sealand Ball said Cuba. Are selfies allowed in Cuba? I've never been. I'm sure they are. Selfies are allowed in Cuba. Just had to Google. I have to Google the weirdest things. Richard, you said a cemetery. If you are scared of paranormal, you should not take a selfie on or at a cemetery, because oftentimes people will see things in the pictures. So, you know what? I think cemetery could be justifiable because if you already have fears, you can definitely make some fears worse. It's also a very probably disrespectful place to maybe take a cemetery or take a selfie is at a cemetery. Richard, I'm going to go ahead and give you that point. I think cemetery is justifiable. We're going to go ahead and give C. All right, didn't get the bonus point yet. CIA headquarters. How random is the toilet? It's pretty random. It is pretty random. Moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. A little bit of a technical difficulty. Where's a funny location to hold a workout class starting with the letter A? We already have some funny places. We have plastic. You said an ambulance. Bronny, you said the art gallery. Daniel, Apple Store. Arby's, antenna, actor's room. Andrex headquarters. What is the Andrex headquarters? Love to learn when I can. Something in Canada. All right, you guys all had great answers. They're all justified. So I'm going to give it to the first two people who answered since they were all good. Plastic with ambulance. And Brawny with art gallery. All right, that's great. Brawny, I got to get flush. Okay. Brawny, the divine toilet has spoken, and you got the bonus point. And now we have to reset the toilet. And we're going to move on to the next round of justifiable thoughts. Where's an unexpected place to have a picnic? Brawny, you got it. You got the bonus point. The divine toilet spoke in your favor. Where's an unexpected place to have a picnic? Starting with the letter R. All right, Brawny, you said Okay, attracted. I was gonna say I am technically a reverend, and I would say it would be weird here, but I could have a picnic here. God, you said a rabbit hut. A rabbit hut would be an extremely weird place to hold an unexpected place to have a picnic. So, Gogs, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. I'm gonna consult the divine toilet. And Brawny, you said a rally. That'd be a very unexpected place. Brawny, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Registry office, Red Robin, rainstorm, roadside. Green, you mean Red Robins. Let's see. What did you say? There we go. My peripheral vision makes me copy some answers. It's funny. All right, I think I gave the points out to Rally and Rabbit Hut, but I don't know if I did the toilet, so let me check. I did not do the toilet for Brawny. There we go. All right, continuing on to the next round of justifiable thoughts. Where should a concert not be held, starting with the letter L? Oh, Gogs, I didn't do it for you. Here you go. All right, let's see what we have for the answers. Where should a concert not be held? Starting with the letter L. Starting at the top, we have Bronny, you said a lawyer's office. If I was a lawyer and somebody decided to throw a concert in there, that would be super annoying and I would not be able to get much, if any, work done at all. Even with noise-canceling headphones. Bronny, that's a justifiable answer. Divine Toilet does not speak. Plastic, you said a limo. You know what? You guys actually all have good, justifiable answers, so I'm going to give it to the first two. Plastic, I'm going to give it to you for limo. All right, moving on to another round of justifiable thoughts. The first two people to give me a justifiable answer will both get a point on the scoreboard. Where's a funny place to accidentally fall asleep, starting with the letter H? Okay, well, I just laughed at helicopter plaid. So, small Sealand ball, you're definitely getting that. Hog den. Okay, all right. Small Sealand ball, welcome to the scoreboard. Small Sealand ball, it looks like this is the very first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations. Oh, wrong one. Congratulations. I will be entering your name into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. It's been a minute since we've added somebody, so I had the wrong keys. You only need to earn 1 point on this game show to be entered into the Hall of Fame. Small Sealand ball. You are number 198 in the Hall of Fame. And since you saw a few people are new here, everybody who has a name written in red is a former champion. Everybody who has a name written in black is competing to enter the Hall of Champions, where they will get their name written in red and enter the Hall of Champions. We have about 68 people in there. At the end of this 1 hour and 55 to 2 hour stream, whoever has the most points with a name written in black will enter the Hall of Champions. Small Sealand, you currently just took the lead for entering. So congratulations and welcome to the channel. We're going to go ahead and I think I'm having some technical difficulties. Are we back? There we go. All right, just had some technical difficulties. Not sure what happened. We're going to go ahead and continue on. Moving on to another. Oh, I have to give the second point out. Also, Small Sealand, I have to consult the Divine Toilet. And nope, did not speak. Bronny, you said hog den. Hog den would be a funny place to. I knew a person who used to sleep in them because with his pet pigs, but it's still it was a very funny thing to hear when I heard about it. Bronny, you're going to get the point. And, oh, Bronny, twice the Divine Toilet speaks in your favor. So, Bronny, you're going to get the bonus point. And, of course, we do have to flush and reset the toilet. All right, what were some of the other answers? Hell, oh, yeah, green bean. That would be a... I don't know if that'd be funny. It would be a bad place. Hospital waiting room. Like, guys, I think that's a normal place to fall asleep. Honda dealership. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't fall asleep there. All right, we're going to play another round, another game. Where's an unexpected spot to run into an ex-partner starting with the letter C? Richard. Unexpected spot to run into an ex. God, you said a coffin. That would be if I went to a few. Yeah, there's definitely funerals that I would not expect to run into an ex-partner. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you, Gogs, for Coffin. Where are you, Gogs? Right here. Divine Toilet. Bronny, you said court, and I have 28 divorce papers I just filled out a couple days ago to say otherwise. I will be running into my ex and court pretty soon. So I'm going to not give it to court. And then, Richard, you said a carnival. A carnival would be an unexpected place to run into an ex. I would not expect to run into an ex at a carnival. I mean, yeah. Richard, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Richard, Divine Toilet. All right. That's probably one of the few circumstances you would run into an ex at a court, unless, other than that, it'd probably be pretty unexpected. But it happens all the time. Divorces happen all the time. You could definitely run into an ex at a carnival, but I have never run into an ex at a carnival, and I will be running into my ex many times very soon at a court. You could run into an ex. However, I still think it would be an unexpected spot to run into an ex. Because I wouldn't go there and expect to run into them. Definitely unexpected, yeah. Where's an odd place to find a love letter starting with the letter D? Ronnie, you said diary? Diary's definitely going to count. Green Bean, we do like to keep it family friendly here. So I do have to delete your comment, just so you know. Please keep it appropriate, but I always like to give warnings out. I'm pretty lenient. Ronnie, you said diary. Diary is, that would be, where's an odd place to find a love letter? Not only would that be odd, that would be super uncomfortable for me as well if I opened my journal or diary and found a love letter. Bronny, you're going to go ahead and get the point. We're going to go consult the Divine Toilet. And who else do we have next? We have the Gogs. You said a dog bed. That would be an odd place. All right, Gogs. That would be an odd place to find a love letter. Gogs, Divine Toilet does not speak. Derby, a department store, a dishwasher. That would be a really weird spot. I think you guys all had good answers, so I was giving it to the first two. Where should you not announce an engagement starting with the letter D? No problem, Green, you're new, so I'm just letting you know the rules and the environment. Well, welcome. Plastic, what is a dunny? Oh, a term for a toilet or a privy. Okay. Well, that just threw me off. What was the question? Where should you not announce an engagement? Okay, Plastic, the dunny would definitely... I'll let that count. That's definitely a spot you should not announce an engagement. Divine Toilet. All right. Dealership. That is Green Bean VR. That is definitely a place you should not announce an engagement. That you'd kill the vibe for other people. Playing, yo, Wyatt, welcome back. I'm actually going to give it to Green Bean because I feel like that was just probably one of the least exciting places to announce an engagement. Green Bean, welcome to the scoreboard. Green Bean VR. And Green Bean, it looks like this is the very first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations, I'll be adding your name into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. Green Bean VR, you're the 199th person to enter the Hall of Fame, and you are currently tied with Small Sealand Ball for entering the Hall of Champions. One person will enter the Hall of Champions today. Welcome back, Wyatt. I hope everything's doing good. We're playing Justifiable Thoughts right now. Pretty relaxed version compared to normal. What should you not get a tattoo of, starting with the letter N? Yeah, almost 200, Richard. Ronnie, you said a nun? I have never in my life... I'm sure that there are tattoos of nuns, but I feel like you should not have a tattoo of a nun. I feel like that would be insulting in so many different ways. Bron, I'm going to go ahead and weirdly give it to you for nun. All right, Divine Toilet. And Small Sealand, you said North Korea. It's a very controversial country, so I would say that that could lead to very controversial interactions. So Small Sealand, I think that's a very justifiable answer. Of course, everybody's subject to their own opinions. You can get a tattoo of whatever you want. However, some are worse than others. Small Sealand, you're in the lead again for entering the Hall of Champions. We also have to consult the Divine Toilet. All right. Plastic, what are nits? Can I even Google this? The empty egg cases of head lice. Okay, well, that would have been a weird tattoo. You guys are... Don't worry, the champion is not announced till it's announced 1 hour and 55 minutes in. It's not over till it's over. We do play a plethora... We typically play a plethora of card games on this show. Today we're doing a lot of Justifiable Thoughts. All right, you guys all had good answers. You all had good answers. We're actually going to try that round again with a different letter. What should you not get a tattoo of, starting with the letter O? Plastic, I'm doing great. I've had a great day. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. I'm trying to catch up for my vacation coming up soon. So I'll be, guys, I'll only be streaming, unfortunately, 2, maybe 3 more times in the next 2 weeks. And 2 or 3 times in the next week, and then I'll be taking about a week off. All right, what should you not get a tattoo of? Daniel, you said Oprah. I really do think you should not get a tattoo of another person. Daniel, welcome to the scoreboard. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Daniel, I'll give it to you. I do not think anybody should have a tattoo of Oprah, not even Oprah herself. And the Divine Toilet. All right. Bronny, you said an onion. I cannot possibly think of any good quality reasons that somebody would be okay with an onion being tattooed on them for 50 years. Bronny, I'm going to go ahead and give that to you. All right. I'm feeling the Divine Toilet's going to do 3 strikes in a or 3 turds in a row for Bronny. Oh, it did not. All right. Oh, obituary plastic. Man, I agree. You should not get an obituary tattooed on you. Omelet. Oh, yeah. An orphanage. Oh, guys. Oh, man. These are definitely things you should not tattoo on. You guys all had justifiable answers. Shouldn't just tattoo people, states, countries, and ostrich would be. This is the goofiest one, I think. Hey, Wit Badger, this is a family-friendly game show. Please keep it appropriate. Also, your answer must start with the letter that I choose. Hey, Sasso, welcome back. We are playing Justifiable Thoughts. We're going to move on to the next round. I do like to be lenient, Wit Badger. That is going to be your one and only warning, though. Hey, Edward, moving on to another round of Justifiable Thoughts. What's a strange thing to collect, starting with the letter C? Welcome back, Sasso. What's a strange thing to collect, starting with the letter C? We have Sasso, you said crayons. That would be a weird thing to collect. Sasso, I'm going to give it to you for crayons. Sasso, welcome to the scoreboard. Welcome back. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. Sasso, for the bonus game today, we are playing, we are consulting the divine toilet. Every time you get a point, I plunge the toilet, and when it speaks, you get a bonus point. Oh, Sasso, it's spoken. You are getting the bonus point. All right, Sasso, we just got to reset the toilet. All right, and Richard, you said compost, but it's a very common thing for people to collect compost around straight in. Yeah, Sasso's coming in high with 2 points. I think compost is a very normal thing for people to collect. I mean, outside and stuff. Small Sealand, you said credit cards. That would be a weird thing to collect. I think it's normal to have some, you even have a few. A lot of people, many people have a few, but if you were just to go out there and get as many credit cards as you could, it would be strange. I knew a guy, an old acquaintance who had 27 lines of credit. He had 27 credit cards, and that was strange. Small Sealand ball, I'm going to give it to you for that. That is definitely a strange thing. All right, Divine Toilet. The toilet has blessed me this day. All right, also we have Small Sealand, you're at 3. Green Bean 1. Daniel 1. What's this? Now remember, you guys' answer can be a word or a sentence, but it must start with the letter that I choose. And I only give a point to the first 2 justifiable. So you got to be fast and witty. And you can defend your own answers or argue others. What's a sign that you're in the wrong place, starting with the letter P? Yo, Luke the Duke, welcome back. Hey, Edward, we're playing a live game show. I host and keep score. You play by commenting. We're currently playing Justifiable Thoughts. What's a sign that you're in the wrong place, starting with the letter P? Sasso, you said police. That is a good answer, Sasso. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Definitely justifiable. All right, Sasso, Divine Toilet. We're doing the Divine Toilet as the bonus game. Hey, Mommy 2, welcome back. Every time you guys get a point, I plunge the toilet. When it speaks, you get a bonus point. Police was a great answer. Puke, Daniel. I would say puke is probably, many people would consider it a sign you're in the wrong place. Maybe people are going a little bit too hard with their partying, or other things can happen. Daniel, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you for puke. That's a justifiable one. Daniel, you're at 2 points. 1 behind Small Sealand ball. We have to go ahead and consult the Divine Toilet. All right. Mega Minx. Oh, that's a huge cube. That's a huge cube, Luke to Duke. Welcome back. We're playing Justifiable Thoughts. I'm going to see what some of the other answers were. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, we're actually going to do one more round of that one. What's a sign that you're in the wrong place, starting with the letter G? What's a sign that you're in the wrong place, starting with the letter G? What is Jerda? Richard, what is Jerda? I tried Googling it, nothing came up. I'm not sure if there's a typo. Small Sealand, you said garbage. Garbage is definitely garbage littered everywhere is a good sign you're not in a good place. Small Sealand, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you, and we're going to consult the Divine Toilet. All right, moving on to the next one. Richard, I don't know what you meant to say on Gerda. Or is it Gorda? No, right. Oh, Gerda. Is this a potato? What is this? Is a potato? What is this, like an onion? Oh, a Gerda is a kidney. Okay, that's probably a sign you're in the wrong place. All right. All right, if I randomly just run into a kidney, yeah, okay. You know what, Richard, that was definitely justifiable. Glad I Googled it. Glad I checked. Richard, you got it. Ah, Richard, the divine toilet has spoken, and you are going to get the bonus point. We got to go ahead and reset it. All right. Grandparents. Oh, man. What's a strange item to find in a lost and found starting with the letter M? Not every day you find a kidney. No, it is not. Gods, I hope you had a good birthday. What's a strange item to find in a lost and found starting with the letter M? So I'm going to go back to the top. Luke Duke, you said your mom would be a strange item to find in the lost and found. Richard, you said monkey nuts. All right, you guys all had good answers. You guys, Luke Duke, I watched a couple minutes of it. I did not have time to watch all of it though, because last night after stream I had about an hour before I had to get off and go to bed. So, Luke Duke, you said mom. It was very interesting seeing how many cubes you had though. So I'd like to finish it another time. I did not have the time to finish it last night though. Luke Duke, I'm going to give it to you from mom. Welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. Richard, you said monkey nuts. That would be an extremely unexpected thing to find in a lost and found. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. All right, Luke Duke, bonus, or divine toilet. Oh, Luke Duke, the divine toilet has spoken. You're going to get the bonus point. And we're going to have to go ahead and flush that. And Richard. All right. You guys all had great answers. All right, guys, moving on to the next round of justifiable thoughts. Nobody wants to listen. We're going to do another round of that. What's a strange item to find in a lost and found starting with the letter R? All right, Gogs and Small Sealand both said rabbit, and I would say a rabbit is a strange item to find in a lost and found. You guys are both going to get it. Gogs and Small Sealand. Gogs, the toilet for you, and Small Sealand. All right. You said Richard would be a weird thing to find in the lost and found. A rat head, that would be a disturbing thing to find. Nope, you got it. Green bean. You did green bean, but I'm on. So you were close. I give it to the first two answers. This game, and we play a few other games too. This is a little bit of an abnormal stream though, because we're playing mostly one today. All right. Moving on to the next round. Where's an unusual place to give birth, starting with the letter L? All right, we have Edward. You said Lou. And I would definitely say that would be a really weird place to give birth. Edward, you're going to go ahead and get it for Lou. Welcome to the scoreboard. Edward, it looks like this is your very first time entering the scoreboard, which means congratulations, you're entered into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. You are the 200th person on this game show to enter the Hall of Fame, which means you are the 200th person to earn a point on this Hall of Fame. That is extremely exciting. We've been doing this for a couple months now. You are now competing with everybody else who has a name written in black. At the end of this 1 hour and 55 minute to 2 hour stream, whoever has the most points with their name entered in black will enter the Hall of Champions. The Hall of Champions, whoever gets the most points in one stream, and then their name is entered in red the next time they play. We have about 68 people in the Hall of Champions. Actually, I'm going to check right now so you guys know. Yes, we have 67 people in the Hall of Champions. All right, Edward, the Divine Toilet did not speak in your favor. I'm going to go ahead and go back up. Guys, you said a log cabin. I don't think a cabin would be a very strange place to give birth, or an unusual place to give birth. Well, maybe it would today. I was thinking back then, because there's doulas and stuff who do it all over the place, and then many people were born in cabins. However, it would be an unusual place for today's standards, at least in the countries I'm familiar with their standards. So, a cave wouldn't be either in caveman times. Yes, no, we had the same thinking. Who is Sass? Sass is another former champion. I'll be back. I need to restart my router. I'm running at dial-up level speeds here. All right, Sass will be here. Gogs, you're going to get it because as of today's standards, it is an unusual place. We have the same thinking on that one. It wasn't before, but it definitely is now. Gogs. All right, moving on to another round. What's an item that's too valuable to trust someone else with, starting with the letter F? All right, Luke to Duke, you said family. What's an item that's too valuable to trust someone else with? It would probably depend. It would probably depend on the scenario with family. However, I think there are many scenarios where you should not trust your Gogs. Remember, we went over this. If your wife was an item, then an item is part of a whole or a single or, define item. We're going to go ahead and go through the logistics again. An individual article or unit, especially one that is part of a list, collection, or set. So, because family could refer to, family could refer to your whole family, or if you only have one family member, it could refer to just them. Like you could say, my brother is family. So we're going to go ahead and give it to family because I know there are situations where you obviously do have to trust, but there's many situations where you have to think about who you trust with and without your family. Luke Taduka is a good answer. Divine Toilet. And Bronny, you said food. I agree with that, even though I feel hypocritical because I just ate out today and trusted my food in the absolute hands of a stranger I've never even seen. I still think it's a very valuable thing that you should really... Hey, Johnny, hi and bye, reach 50 subs. Awesome. I think people trust more in their handling and the safety of their food more than they should, so I'm going to give it to you, Bronny. I think that was a good answer. It's super valuable because it's one of the few things that directly affects your life is what you consume and put in your body. People die as well. I knew somebody who had never mind, not a family-friendly story. Bronny, you got it. Divine Toilet. All right. What are some of the other answers? Father's ashes. I'm not sure how much they could mess up there. They could spill the ashes, and that'd probably not be something you could just sweep up and stuff, huh? A frog. I mean, you could get another frog, but if you really like the frog, you probably wouldn't want to trust the frog, huh? All right. We're going to do another round of that question with a new letter. What's an item that's too valuable to trust someone else with? Starting with the letter B. What's an item that's too valuable to trust someone else with? Starting with the letter B. Richard, you said brains. It just reminded me of this video. I have to give it to you because it reminded me of this video of these doctors walking to a helicopter pad and they had like a heart or something in a little cooler because they were doing a live heart transplant and they had to transport it over, and then the doctor tripped and dropped the heart, and so brain's close enough. So Richard, I'm going to give it to you for that. They've tried to do a brain implant before. Green Bean, you said baby. That's definitely that definitely counts. It's an item that's too valuable to trust someone else with. Green Bean, that's a good answer. Baby. Catching up to Small Sea Land, just 3 points behind. Oh. So who got it first? Richard. Okay, Richard, you got the bonus point. The Divine Toilet has spoken. And guys, I do make mistakes sometimes on here, so please point them out if I do. Especially the Divine Toilet's a new bonus game, new as of today, so I sometimes might forget. Richard, good stuff. You got the bonus point. Let's reset this. And Green Bean. All right. What are some of the other answers? Body of your... Okay, well, that's fair. Barbecue? Guys, I'm very lenient on typos. I'm very lenient on typos on this game show. I think you guys all had good answers. What's an item that should never be borrowed? Starting with the letter N. Don't touch my barbecue. What's an item that should never be borrowed? Starting with the letter N. What is nice cream? What's an item that should never be borrowed? Green Bean, you said Nana. Okay. You should not lend your grandma out or borrow somebody else's grandma. That seems very illegal. Green Bean, that's a great answer. Very justified. You should not borrow somebody's grandma. Gogs, you said nylons. Okay, Gogs, that's a yeah, that's a pretty good answer. You should not borrow clothing to that degree from others. Gogs, you got it. I had to look it up. But she's not an item. Luke Duke, we actually had gone over this. I'm going to go define item on the dictionary. An individual article or unit, especially one that is part of a list, collection, or set. And if you define unit, An individual thing or person regarded as single and complete, but which can also form an individual component of a larger or more complex whole. So therefore, the definition of item, an individual article or unit, especially one that is part of a list, collection, or set. So your grandmother is, in fact, an item. On the most technical terms of the dictionary, of course, people don't typically refer to your grandma as an item, but we're just going off the dictionary definition to have some way to be able to dispute the ties. However, napkin was a good one. That was a good one. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to another. Actually, we're going to do the same question, new letter. What's an item that should never be borrowed, starting with the letter D? Needles is a good one. All right, Green Bean and Edward. Dad would be good. Green Bean and Edward, we'll give it to you. Green Bean, the divine toilet, and Edward. Oh, Edward, it spoke in your favor. Edward, you're going to get a bonus point. Catching up to Green Bean and Small Sea Land Ball. We're going to go ahead and just reset the toilet. Dino Nuggets. Oh, man. Where's an unexpected place to find inspiration, starting with the letter F? Green Bean, you said flowers. There are so many paintings after flowers that it's very clear that many artists find inspiration from flowers. So it's a very unexpected place to, or it is an expected place to find inspiration. I would say flowers is not justifiable. God, you said flag. I believe many people can look at a flag and be have pride of the country they're in or whatever that flag is representing, and it could definitely stir up some inspiration, maybe to even join the military or do other things like that. So I think a flag could inspire inspiration. Small Sealand, you said Facebook. Any and all social medias, it depends 100% on what you follow. It depends on what you follow. So I think that many people could find inspiration on Facebook for different things, like even if it's for how to decorate your home or seeing what friends are up to, or depending on what you follow. So I don't think, it just depends on what you do. So I don't think that's a justifiable answer. Edwin, you said a frog, and I'm going to tell you what, that's a weirdly justifiable answer, because I have never personally been inspired after looking at a frog, nor have I seen 1,000 paintings painted after a frog. I'm sure I could find one. I'm going to look at a frog painting real quick. Yep, there are frog paintings, but I have never seen one in person. I think to get inspired by a frog, I've been inspired by a frog. I think it would be weird to be inspired by a frog. I think that would be an unexpected thing to get inspired by a frog. All right, we're going to go ahead and give it to frog. Edward, you got it. And Luke Duke, you said, oh, Edward, the toilet. Luke Duke, you said the FBI. I think a lot of people are inspired by it as a potential career path and stuff. I know I wanted to join the FBI for a long time when I was younger. Richard, you said a fidget show. What is a fidget? Can I Google this? Just show with fidget? Yeah, that would be a weird one. Okay. All right, Richard, I'm going to give it to you for fidget show. That's super weird. All right, guys, they have a new Frogger. That's interesting. Some do have magical powers, as so to speak. All right, guys, we are 55 minutes into the game show. We are officially at the halftime of the game show. How this works is we take a 5-minute break halfway through the game show, come back for the second half, and at the end of the second half, I will announce the new champions. I will read the scores. Hey, anonymous user, welcome to the live game show. I host and keep score. You play by commenting. We are taking a 5-minute break, and then we're going to continue to the second half. At the end of the second half, I will announce the new champion. I'm going to read the scores real quick amongst the people competing, at least. And I'll read all of them when I get back. Small Sealand Ball is in the lead with 5, followed by Green Bean VR with 4, tied with Edward with 4, and then Daniel at 2. We have another player with a similar name, L. Edwin, so I might confuse Edwin and Edward a couple times. I apologize until I soak it in my brain. All right, guys, how this break works is that the sound of the gong, the 5 minutes begins. At the sound of the air horn, the 5 minutes is over. I do keep a stopwatch on me to be able to respect your guys' time. We're going to go ahead and start right now. And I do bring a phone on me so I can keep chatting with you guys as well. Hey, it's Shannon. I host the games and keep score while you play them by commenting. If you would like to support the channel and enter the Hall of Supporters, my Cash App is Shannon1742. My PayPal and Venmo are mindfuldiscovery@yahoo.com. These should be pinned in the comments. If you are interested in any of the games played on this show or the props used, I have affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission for each product bought at no extra cost to you. Another way you could show support is by purchasing my book, Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games. This is a book on learning the rules for 52 solitaire-type card games with various levels of difficulties, chance, and skill. I wrote detailed instructions for new and experienced players to be able to learn these games, along with setup pictures for examples. Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games is available on Amazon as a paperback book and on the Kindle store. It is also enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program. We have a minute left in the break. Who will enter the Hall of Champions tonight? The three key principles for this game show. We want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. I personally want to thank this community and everyone in the Hall of Fame for helping develop this positive game show experience. About 15 seconds left in the break. They're so cool. I love to see it when somebody does cool stuff like this. Awesome, Anonymous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Sasso. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. If I slept, I would have never saw this channel. I'm just so inspired now. Awesome, Small Sealand. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys think so. All right, guys. Welcome back to the second half of the live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. One person will enter the Hall of Champions in 53 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and read all the scores. I like to do that as we come back from the break. I read the scores of the former champions. First, Plastic, you have 4. Gogs, you have 8. Richard 10, Brawny 11, Sasso 3, Luke Jaduke 3. Amongst everybody else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, we have Small Sealand is currently in the lead at 5. Oops, technical difficulties. Small Sealand's currently in the lead at 5, followed by Green Bean VR at 4, tied with Edward at 4 and Daniel at 2. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the second half. We usually play a plethora of card games on the show. However, today we're going to be just doing Justifiable Thoughts for a while. We are consulting the Divine Toilet as the bonus game. Every time you get a point, I will plunge the toilet, and if he speaks, you get a bonus point. Continuing on to Justifiable Thoughts. What's an activity that feels like a waste of time but is surprisingly fulfilling? Starting with the letter B. I'll give a point to the first 2 people the justifiable answer. Best crossing? Oh, boxing. Autocorrect can make things tricky, so I'm very lenient. Edward, I have to go now. Have a great day. This live was fun. Bye. Awesome, Edward. I hope to see you back. Another one I try to stream a few times a week. All right. What's an activity that feels like a waste of time but is surprisingly fulfilling? Richard, did you mean boxing with best Xing? I would say, yes, typo. I would not say boxing feels like a waste of time because people who are into boxing definitely love the dopamine from it and the physical activity from it and the martial arts aspect. I feel like a lot of people who are into martial arts don't feel like it's a waste of time. So I don't think it's a justifiable answer. Green Bean, you said bashing pumpkins. That, what's an activity that feels like a waste of time but is surprisingly fulfilling? All right. If you guys have never bashed a pumpkin on the ground, it would seem like a waste of time. However, especially as a male, it is pretty satisfying to do it. For some reason, like to break things. That is a fun, easy thing to break. I'm going to go ahead and actually give it to you. It is surprisingly fulfilling to just see it shatter. All right, Green Bean, that's a justifiable answer. Oh, you're currently tied with Small Sealand, but we have to consult the Divine Toilet. Will you be getting the bonus point? All right, you won't. Javier, you said break dancing. I think it's similar to boxing. I think people who are into it think it's super satisfying and fulfilling, right as they... I feel like breakdancing wouldn't feel like a waste of time. Sasso, you said browsing. Ooh, that's a good answer. Browsing does feel like a waste of time, but you know what? There are times where you can browse into certain things like this game show, and you can definitely walk away fulfilled. I'd say it doesn't happen all the time from browsing, but it could happen surprisingly. So, Sasso, that's a good answer. I'm going to give it to you. I think that's actually a really good answer. Sasso, all right. Toilet did not speak in your guys' favor that round. What is something that should have never been invented starting with the letter S? All right, Sasso. All right, we have a lot of good, interesting answers. Green Bean, you said snakes should not have been invented. I think snakes are a valuable part of the ecosystem. I think snakes is a valuable part of the ecosystem. They keep down a lot of rodents and pests and stuff, and they definitely do. Hold on. But then again, can you Google anything and it say it's bad? No, they're considered beneficial to the ecosystem. So we're going to go ahead and, I hate them too, but we're going to go ahead and keep them. All right, Daniel, you said smokes. That I would agree with that. Cigarettes should not have been invented. Very evil companies. Daniel, you got it. Small Sealand, you said Santa. Ooh, that's a fun one. But are snakes an invention? I did Google invention. And the definition, let me pull it back up. The action of inventing something, typically a process or a device. And inventing is create or design something that has not existed before, be the originator of. So create or design something that has not been existed before, and then that goes into the philosophy of did God create everything or nothing? And then so whether that's a philosophy we're not going to dive into or not, the universe has created it and it has been a helpful part for the ecosystem of this planet, so it's justifiable in many philosophies. So we're going to still give it to snakes and I'm sorry, we're not going to give it to snakes, and we're going to give it to smokes. We did not give it to snakes. We are giving it to smokes. Santa is an interesting one, and I think that should not have been invented. The idea of Santa should not have been invented, the creation or the design of him, because it gives a lot of false hopes, and I think it encourages lying and stuff in youngsters, and you have to eventually break it to them. Santa owes me a fortune. Yeah, I think Santa should not have been invented, especially because it's tied so closely to a religion, and to start off teaching a youngster about a religion, starting it off with a lie is not probably a good flag and not a good thing and not a good selling point. So I'm going to actually give it to Santa. That was Small Sealand. Small Sealand, you're at 6. You're in the lead again for the Hall of Champions. Toilet time. All right. Those are some good answers. I like how you delve into the nitty-gritty of the answers actually count. Yeah, Sasso, I really like this game, and I feel like there's definitely a lot of groups that would have more fun playing this game if I weren't playing it, because I can be a very technical person. So yeah, it's interesting because every time a different group of people will play this game, the different answers and justifications will come up. So I'm glad you like it because this game's super fun for me, and it would probably be more fun for you guys for this game specifically if somebody else was the host. And I apologize for the technicalities sometimes. I just have a lot of fun doing them. Hey, Green Bean, you said your thing is delayed. If you swipe to the next live stream and then swipe back, you will it should help refresh. So, all right, these are really good answers, though. Life would be empty. Dogs, your life would not be empty without a cigarette. We're going to move on to the next one. What's a seemingly innocent question that could cause offense, starting with the letter C? You guys must be a question. What's a seemingly innocent question that could cause offense, starting with the letter C? Sometimes my messages aren't seen or might be delayed. Well, guys, we have a lot of new players, and I haven't said it in a while, but I, since I'm hosting, get the answers as they come in the correct order. So we go off of my screen. I can always actually pull up my screen to show you guys if there's a debate. But my screen is always accurate with the order. And hey, Pocky Rahu, welcome back. It's been a long time. We're playing Justifiable Thoughts. Your answer must start with the random letter that I choose. Starting at the top, what's a seemingly innocent question that could cause offense? Starting with the letter C. Can I meet your mom, or your mum, as you British would say? I could definitely see that being said in wrong scenarios. And if I had an old coworker who used to say it. Richard, I'll give it to you. Welcome back, Pocky. I hope you're doing good. There you are, Richard. Green Bean, can I have your hair? That is an odd question. What's a seemingly innocent question that could cause offense? I don't think that would count as an innocent question. But I think that's such a funny question. Girls ask that to each other all the time. They say, "Oh my God, I love your hair. Wish I had it." Things like that. But if you said it to a bald person, it could definitely cause offense. So Green Bean, I'm actually going to give it to you because if you said, "Can I have your hair?" to a bald person, that would be very offensive. So Green Bean, justified. All right, Green Bean. Green Bean, you're currently tied with Small Sealand, both at 6 points. Sasso, that is not an innocent question. What if they have a hearing? Richard, that's a weird question. Not an innocent question, then. And honestly, I can't believe I've just now found this channel. Well, we've only been doing it for a few months now. I think we're about 3 months in to doing this stream. I love doing it. I'm going to be doing it hopefully for a very long time. All right, guys, those are some good questions. What's something that's more fun in theory than in practice, starting with the letter K? For a while, I was doing 6 days a week, but I cannot stream 6 days a week until I move to my next place, which will be sometime next year. So I'm only doing 2 to 3 times a week, and then once I move next year, I'll be back to streaming 6 days a week. But for now, it's just going to be 2 or 3 times. What's something that's more fun in theory than in practice? Starting with the letter K, starting at the top. Gogs, you said kite. Oh my God, Gogs, you were so right. What's something that's more fun in theory than in practice? If you guys have ever had tried to flown a kite before, it goes wrong so many times. It goes wrong so many times that I'm going to have to give it to Gogs. In theory, it sounds super fun. In practice, it takes 10 minutes to be up for 10 seconds. Gogs, that was a great answer. Toilet. Oh, Gogs, you got. The toilet has spoken. You are getting the bonus point. Now we have to reset it. And Javier, you said kangaroo boxing. What's something that's more fun in theory than in practice? There's a lot of people out there who can think and often ponder that they can beat different animals in fights and stuff until they do have to fight one, and then you just read obituaries after. So I'd say in theory, a lot of people think they could beat a kangaroo in boxing, and in reality, you would lose. So Javier, I'm going to give it to you. Oh, Javier, welcome to the scoreboard, and welcome back. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. That's a good answer. Javier, we're playing the Divine Toilet. Every time you get a bonus point, or every time you get a point on the scoreboard, we consult the toilet. If it speaks, you get a bonus point, and it did not. What are some of the other answers? Knitting. Knitting. I don't even think knitting's fun in theory. I don't think about knitting and think it would be fun. I don't think I would have fun with knitting in my mind or actually doing it. All right. Maybe some people do. Knitting is my worst nightmare. There are some. You guys had some really good. Answers. What's an event that should never be televised, starting with the letter S? Some nanas love it. Well, that's true, Richard. Actually, that's a good point. Some people do just love knitting. That's just not for me. Richard, Gogs. My bad. I just saw Gogs was first. I start from the top, then to the bottom, then go to the bottom. What's an event that should never be televised? Gogs, you said someone's funeral. Oh man, that is a very intimate, personal moment. And I would say that they have been televised before. I believe Michael Jackson's funeral was televised. However, I don't know if that's a very appropriate thing to put on television. Because then it's making an event out of something that it takes the intimacy from the family away. And so, do they not televise funerals? They do. They have. I don't think they should. It shouldn't have been. I agree. They have televised funerals. I don't think they should televise funerals. I think even if somebody is famous and they have a major impact on the country they're from and the world, like somebody like Michael Jackson, it still takes away from the individual family, or it can take away from the family. So I don't think it should be televised. Such a weird thing. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Gogs. There can be good things from televising it for people at home, but there's also bad things for probably the family. All right, what's going on to the next one? Richard, you said stripping. That's probably not a television-appropriate thing, especially because things can go bad fast in a strip club. Richard, we're going to go ahead and give that to you. Borderline not family-friendly. However, it was appropriate for the question without crossing bounds, so it's going to be acceptable. Richard, the toilet did not speak in your favor. Serial killing. Oh, man, Sasso, yeah. The act of serial killing should probably not be televised. Skydiving going wrong. A sunrise would be an extremely boring thing to televise. It's a very slow thing. Sulfuric acid. Guys, these are some good answers. These are a lot of things you should not televise. We're going to do one more round of that same question with a different letter. What's an event that should never be televised, starting with the letter P? If Elon keeps up the good work, I want to be launched into the sun. Sasso, are you okay today? All right, we all have good answers here. What's something that should never be televised? Gogs said poop. Pooping should not be televised. That's a weird thing to put on the TV. Gogs and Luke to Duke for poop. All right, Gogs got the point first. And look to do. All right. Green Bean, unfortunately, connectivity, and this is part of the reason I like to stream so much. Smalls. That's funny. Sometimes Green Bean, some people just don't have the best connection. If you try refreshing again and coming back, it does happen to even people who have been coming here for months. And sometimes, some days, you just might not have the best connection. Another thing, if you're at home and you're on your mobile data, if you switch to your Wi-Fi, it's possible that it could also help speed up the connection. Also, if there's a lot of bad weather around you, that can affect your connection as well. Try refreshing the stream by scrolling to another live, scrolling back, closing YouTube, and coming back. I do stream multiple times a week, every single week, except for about a week and a half from now, guys. I will be gone for a week, taking a little bit of a trip, so... Daniel, poop's not an event. Pooping is an event, though, and you can make it an event. Oh, well, actually, then again, hold on. Let's define event. A thing that happens, especially one of importance. You guys don't know how important pooping is for the body until you can't poop. And then you end up in the hospital. I promise, it is of great importance. It may be of great inconvenience, but it is of great importance to poop. Moving on to the next question. What's an invention that has done more harm than good? Starting with the letter E. Javier, you said elevators. It's my favorite part of the day. Oh, man. Javier, you said elevators. All right, hold on. How many people die from an elevator each year? 30 people. Wow. According to a study, elevators cause an estimated 30,000 deaths and 17,000 injuries annually in the United States. All right, how many people get on an elevator each year? I love that I have Google right here at my disposal. Elevators in the United States make 18 billion passenger trips per... Uh-oh, it truncated. All right, hold on. Per year. Elevators in the United States make 18 billion passenger trips per year. 18 billion people in the United States are getting moved up and down. 30 of them are dying. 17,000 of them are getting injured. So I think that elevators have... Who's counting? I don't know who's counting, but there are some... For some... This is the last thing I did not think I was going to be able to Google this and find statistics for people who've been on an elevator. I thought I could for deaths, but not people who just got on. However, I would say there's 18 billion positives, and I mean, there's some 30 serious negatives and 17,000 stupid negatives, idiocracy negatives. Sorry, excuse my language. I would say elevators do good more than bad because everybody dies. Everything can kill somebody. The little person kills you before. So I'd say elevators is not justifiable for what's an invention that's done more harm than good. All right, Green Bean, you said everlasting dolls. What is this? What are everlasting dolls? What are they, just a doll? What is this? Just a... What? Just a toy? Have these toys done more harm than good? I'm going to Google everlasting dolls controversy. There isn't much information about controversy surrounding everlasting dolls. So it sounds like the toys have given many much fun to a lot of people. Much fun to a lot of people. So we're not going to count that. Richard, you said Elon Musk. That is a very subjective, debatable thing, and I don't think I want to debate somebody else's. I don't want to defame somebody else over an opinion, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that answer, especially because I could not tell you a right or wrong answer on that. Small ceiling, you said electricity. I think most people, except for people who've got zapped in an electric chair, would probably disagree with you. I think electricity is great. If there weren't for electricity, you and I wouldn't be here right now. Electronic dance music. That's killed a lot of people because of raves, but I think it's done more good than bad. Richard, you said e-cigs. Javier, you said e-cigs. That's definitely does more harm than good. I think without a doubt you can say e-cigs have done more harm than good. I'm going to give it to Richard and Javier. I don't even think that one needs to be debated. Richard and Javier. Richard. Oh, Richard, the Divine Toilet has spoken and you have gotten the bonus point. We've got to reset it. And Javier. Oh, it went twice in a row. Javier, you also got the bonus point. All right. It's an explosive toilet tonight. Good stuff. Got to reset it. I think technically everything's considered an invention with the philosophy of divine creation as well. More e-cigs laying in the street than in the shop. Yeah, that's definitely littered everywhere. Yeah, it went from cigarettes being littered everywhere to e-cigs. What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument, starting with the letter A? All right, we already have some good answers. All right, Luke Duke will be here. I hope you feel better. Well, actually, we're going to be ending in about half an hour. 32 minutes will be in the end. 26 and a half minutes until the champion is announced. All right, starting at the top. What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument? Starting with the letter A, green bean. You have actors. I would agree with that. It would seem pretty harmless to talk about actors. However, I have been at parties and seen them cause arguments between people because people had other differing opinions, and I've seen people argue. Also, if you look at famous cases like Depp and Heard, that definitely caused a lot of arguments. So green bean, I think that's a justifiable answer. And the Divine Toilet. Oh, and it looks like green bean, you're officially in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. Daniel, you said another woman. I would say many people would be walking down the street seeing a woman and think trying to set me up these questions. I think a lot of people would see a woman as harmless, and then there are definitely, I mean, half of the people on this planet are women, and everybody argues. There was a broad but good answer, Daniel. I'm going to give it to you. All right, Divine Toilet time. Hey, Rhino, welcome back. We're playing Justifiable Thoughts. Javier, you said the alphabet? I don't think I've ever seen an argument caused over the alphabet. Although, actually, pulled over people, if you're pulled over and a police officer has you say the alphabet backwards, that can definitely cause an argument. I already gave the points out, but you know what? I turned out that actually could be. Sasso, art's a good one. Art could definitely, weirdly enough, cause one. We're going to do another round. What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument, starting with the letter O? You can use the alphabet to form the words debate. Okay, well, that's fair. What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument? Daniel, I don't know about this. Other women. Well, Ryan, I hope you're able to rest up a little bit. All right, guys, that was a rough round, huh? What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument? Green bean, an octopus would probably be. Could an octopus cause an argument? Yeah, them being locked up in captivity can definitely cause arguments. Daniel, other women as well. Other women as well can definitely cause the loophole on that one. Green bean and Daniel, you're going to go ahead and get it. Green bean, Daniel. All right. One more round of that one before we move on. What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument, starting with the letter B? Gogs, there's a rhyme and a reason for everything behind the scenes. There's a rhyme and a reason for everything. I think in a couple weeks you'll realize why. What's something that seems harmless but can cause an argument? Starting with the letter B, we have ball games. They definitely should be harmless. They definitely cause many arguments. Rhino, you're going to get it. Welcome to the scoreboard. Rhino is a former champion. You are entered in as red. Good to have you back. Rhino, we're doing the Divine Toilet today as the new bonus game. Every time you get a point, so we consult the toilet to see if you get a bonus point. And you do not. Richard, you said brunch. Oh, brunch seems like an innocent thing. Go out to eat. So many arguments happen at restaurants. Richard, you're going to go ahead and get it. Should be a harmless thing. Not always. All right, moving on to the next round. What's something you should never say at a wedding, starting with the letter T? You've won the lottery and getting a kick out of entertaining us paupers. I have not won the lottery. I mean, I won $5 once on a ticket. So technically I won the lottery, but I promise I've spent more on it than I've won. I haven't played in a while. What's something you should not say at a wedding? Trust me. Oh, yeah, you should not say trust me in any scenario. Richard, I'll give that to you. Oh, man. All right. All right, Sasso, we'll be here for another, 20 and a half minutes. Unfortunate about your internet. Richard, I gave you the point for trust me. Divine Toilet was not in your favor. Green Bean, you said the bride is dead. Wow, you shouldn't say that, especially if it's true. Green Bean, I'll give it to you on that one. Divine Toilet. Today I saw your wife with your brother. Oh, man, I think you shouldn't say it if it's not true, but if it is true, they should say it. That's my wife. Oh, man, Javier. Thick pride, bro. Daniel. As long as... Oh, my God. Man, if I was on the sidelines of hearing somebody say that, I think I would die laughing. Oh, my God. Hey, Try Hard, welcome back. That was a good answer. All right, moving on to another round. What's an item that should never be on a first date? Starting with the letter H. Dang, guys, that's quite an unfortunate series of luck there to get it and then to not. Imagine saying the divine toilet has spoken at a wedding. Oh my God. What's an item that should never be on a first date? Small Sealand, you said a hamburger. However, first dates are often two places to eat, so I don't think a hamburger is justifiable. Richard, you said a house, and I think people can have a date coming over for a movie night for the first time. I think that's appropriate. Try hard, you said hose. We do keep it family friendly, and so therefore I'm going to go with the family friendly version of hose, and it's gardening hose, and I do not think that you should put either hoe at a first date. And so try hard, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you on that one. Try hard is a good answer with either definition. Try hard, welcome to the scoreboard. We are entering somebody in the Hall of Champions in about 20 minutes from now. Gardening hose should not be on a first date. That's true. No gardening hose on first dates, people. Try hard. Try hard, that's a good answer. Get them hose out of here on that first date. Gardening hose. All right. Oh, try hard. Oh, try hard. The divine toilet has spoken, and you're going to be getting the bonus point. Coming in hot. Right when down to the last wire. We have 17 minutes left. We have to reset the toilet. What if you're both into gardening? Well, it's still a weird thing to bring on a first date. Sasso, you said a hacksaw. Oh my God, Sasso, you should not bring a hacksaw to a first date. All right, Sasso. Oh, Sasso, the toilet has spoken in your favor. The divine toilet has awarded you a bonus point. Sasso, I'm going to go ahead and reset the toilet. Good stuff, good stuff. Green Bean, you said, is my comment there? Yes, helicopter was right after hacksaw. That would have been a really good one as well. You guys had a lot of good answers. What's something people do that seems helpful but is actually annoying, starting with the letter S? Small, go ahead and read them out. What's something people do that seems helpful but is actually annoying? Small, you have 6. Green Bean has 9. Daniel 5. Edward 4. Try hard 2. That's amongst everybody competing. All right. What's something people do that seems helpful but is actually annoying? This toilet's backed up. Try hard, you said sing, and I would agree. I think singing can be super annoying because I'm almost always working, and so it's almost always annoying. Try hard, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Gods, you said speak about you. What's something people do that seems helpful but is actually annoying? I don't know if that ever seems helpful, people speaking about you. Rhino, you said sing a song, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to you because it's the same as singing. Oh, about your business or something. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair, actually. Somebody could try to help you out with your business and then actually hurt it. So actually, I'm going to move the point from Rhino to Gogs. He definitely justified his answer. Green Bean, try to refresh your stream. We're down to the last 15 minutes. Don't worry, somebody enters the Hall of Champions every time we do this stream. We also do 2 different types of streams. This one and board game stream. A lot of people remember things with songs / rhymes. I would agree, and I still think that it's very, very. Oftentimes, I have a certain friend that, when showing me a song, thinks it's very helpful to sing to the song, and then it makes me not be able to hear the song or him, and I find it very annoying that A, he's showing me a song, and B, he's singing to the song. So I'm definitely going to give the point to both of those. That's final. We're going to move on. It can be very helpful. Singing can be very helpful. It can also be very annoying. What's a reason to... What's an activity that seems safe but can be risky, starting with the letter P? It definitely depends on the individual and situation, but since I'm the judge, I find singing annoying almost 100% of the time. So unfortunately, I'm giving that point there. I would definitely agree with you. It definitely depends on the scenario, and I'm just a grouch when it comes to music, unfortunately. What was the question? The question was, what's an activity that seems safe but can be risky, starting with the letter P? Green Bean, you said popping. I think you mean pooping. That seems safe. People do it all the time. However, it can be risky because you can get... I've known people who have died or hurt themselves. Well, I don't personally know people who've died, but I've known people who have hurt themselves pooping. Green Bean, we're going to go ahead and give it to you, weirdly enough. And Daniel, you said peeing. Oh man, if you ever passed, can't remember those. Is it a kidney stone? That would qualify too. That would definitely qualify. Paragliding, I don't even think seems safe right off the bat. Pulling women definitely depends on where you pull them from, huh? Porta potty flying. Oh man, you guys had some good answers. You guys had some good answers. All right. I actually don't even know if I did the toilets this round. Come on, let me go back and check. No, I did not. Did I even get the points out for that one? Oh, yeah, I did for pooping and peeing, but I did not do the toilet. Green Bean, Daniel. All right. Perfect. Just had to check into it. Thank you, guys. All right, moving on to the next round. Hey, Tree, no, we have a few more minutes left. We have about 12 minutes left. We're going to do that question again with a new letter. Welcome, Tree. What's an activity that seems safe but can be risky, starting with the letter C? I do try to look at all the answers. Sometimes I cannot get to all of them. I do start at the top and go to the bottom. What's an answer that seems safe but can be risky? Awesome, Tree. We'll be here. You guys said court? You guys said Richard and Gog said court? What is courting? Oh, be involved with romantically, typically with the intention of marrying. It's a outdated term, but I'll give it to you guys. I thought you guys meant court as in going to court means dating. Yeah. We have a lot of people from Europe here, and so I have to be very lenient with words and stuff. Thankfully, they're very lenient with me as well, as I'm learning a lot about the culture from over there and the difference in languages. All right, we're going to go ahead and give it to Richard and Gogs. What's an activity that seems safe but can be risky? Everybody, especially when puppy love is going on, seems like a great time. However, I'm currently going through a divorce right now and at its risk. I don't regret the marriage, though. All right, Gogs and Richard. Actually, I think Richard said it first. Let me check. Richard and Gogs. I do like to do it in a very specific order. Richard. Oh, Richard, you got the divine toilet to speak in your favor. You're going to go ahead and get the bonus point. And we're going to go ahead and reset the toilet. And Gogs. Green Bean, I love your background. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you do. I really enjoy it as well. All right, I'm going to look at some of the other answers for fun because... Carpentry is a good answer. Calling the police, I could also have seen that go wrong. Hey, welcome back, Tree. Calling random people. I did. Yeah, that can also go bad. I have hundreds of numbers on my phone that I don't even speak to those people anymore, so that could just be a waste of time and awkward. What's a gift that seems thoughtful but is actually selfish, starting with the letter A? We're playing Justifiable Thoughts today for another 8.5 minutes, 8.5 minutes. Your one-word answer or your statement, I'm sorry, your answer, whether it's one word or many words, must start with the letter that I choose, and we chose A for this round. Ooh, Rhino, Almond Joy if they hate it. That's actually pretty good. Javier, you said a pet. Oh, I've seen people do that. I have seen people do that. I saw a family relative gift a pet to the other family relative they were living with just so they could have it. What's a gift? What gift seems thoughtful but is actually selfish? A pet was a good answer, Javier. Green Bean, you said apples. That could actually, I think now that I think about it, looking at all of your guys' answers, I think every answer is justifiable. Because if you just get something you want as a gift for somebody else and you get enough for them to share, then it seems like it's justifiable. So actually, I think everybody has a good answer now that I think about it. As a weird loophole. Green beans are going to get it for apples. Guys, I have a bunch of questions written down. Sometimes you won't see them twice. I always try them out for the first time on stream to see how they go. And so that's one that I think all answers would be good. We're just going to try this. I have no clue how this is going to go. What's a secret that could change everything starting with the letter E? Didn't we ban articles? That's a weird one, Daniel. It's a weird one. We did. That's a weird one. I've been going back and forth on it, trying to see how it goes both times. What's a secret that could change everything? Rhino, everything, I think, is just too broad. Oh, wait a minute. But if we knew everything, it would actually change everything. And if we're talking secrets, we're talking philosophy anyway. So, Rhino, I'm going to give it to you. Richard, you said evolution. That would definitely. All right, Rhino and Richard. Guys, I'm being a lot more lenient today since we're doing the Hall of Champions. Well, that's one of the reasons. But Rhino and Richard. Rhino, Richard. All right. You guys had some good answers. We're going to do another round of that. What's a secret that could change everything, starting with the letter R? You guys had a lot of good answers. All right, try hard. You said rhino, but I don't think a rhino, anything's too secretive, so secretive about a rhino that it would change much. Like if you were secretly hiding 1,000 rhinos, my life would not change. What's a secret that could change everything? A rhino secret would not change much. Romantic secret could definitely change everything about your life, having to split up and reroute yourself. So actually, hey, Saul Goodman, welcome to the live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. I think I might have seen you in here a long time ago. I'm not sure. I think you're new, but it almost rings a bell. All right, we're going to go ahead and give it to Romantic for Gongs, and I'm going to give one more point out. All right, Divine Toilet. Rhino, you said a revolution. Yeah, people were planning a revolution that could absolutely change everything. Rhino, that's a good answer as well. Going to give it to you. Divine Toilet. And the Divine Toilet has spoken. Rhino, you're going to be getting a bonus point since it spoke in your favor. We're going to go ahead and reset the toilet. As a small technical difficulty, I have to make sure I didn't just break the toilet. So give me 1 second while I just test it real quick. Seems to be good. All right, continuing on. It jammed for a quick second, so I wanted to make sure I didn't break it. All right, one more round of that. One more round of that. What's a secret that could change everything starting with the letter H? Don't you need to flush it to reset it? Actually, this is actually a dice tower as well, which is super funny. Yeah, I can actually put a dice in here, or a die, and flush it, and then it'll, yeah, so funny enough, this is also a die tower. I'm going to keep the die there, though. All right. What's a secret that could change everything, starting with the letter H? Green Bean said hell is fake. That would change a lot of things. That 2 billion people are Christian around the planet, according to numbers. So Green Bean, I would say that would change a lot of things. That's a good answer. Richard, you said hospitality. What's a secret that could change everything? I don't know how. Hospitality is the friendly and generous reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers. And if you find out people are being hospitable for selfish reasons, if you find out, oftentimes you find out the true intentions behind people, it could change your entire relationship with them and everything about the dynamic. I think in a weird way, we're going to go ahead and give it to you, Richard. All right, we had some good answers there. What's a fear that everybody should have but doesn't, starting with the letter D? All right, what's a fear that everybody should have but doesn't? Richard, you said dino. I think, you said dino. I don't think fear of dinosaurs. I don't think we should have a fear of dinosaurs. Gods, I definitely don't think we should have a fear of donkeys. Or Green Bean, I don't think we should have a fear of door. Rhino should definitely not have a fear of doorknobs. Ooh, Javier, dinosaur resurrection. Oh, you know what? That's justifiable. We're actually going to go ahead and give it to Richard for dino and Javier for dino resurrection because Javier gave a good answer and justified Richard's answer. So actually, it's going to be Richard and Javier. Richard coming in clutch, or Javier coming in clutch for Richard. Richard and Javier. Richard and Javier. All right, guys, we are officially time for the show. We are 1 hour and 55 minutes in. I did not have to add any extra time on the scoreboard, so therefore we will not be going to 2 hours. Sometimes it happens where we have technical difficulties and I have to add extra time on the scoreboard and I write it and we add it at the end. However, we never add more than 5 minutes. It's the very specific strict-ish format that we've been going off of. So I'm going to go ahead and read all the scores. I read the scores amongst the former champions first, and then I read the scores for everybody else competing into the Hall of Champions. Amongst the former champions today, Plastic has 4, Gogs 15, Richard 21, Brawny 11, Sasso 6, Luke Duke 4, Javier 5, Rhino 4. Amongst the former champions, Richard took the lead today with 21 points and got first place. Amongst everybody else competing to enter the Hall of Champions. Oh, we had quite a few people competing today. We haven't inducted somebody in a little bit. We have Tryhard has 3, then Edward 4. Daniel and Small Sealand are tied at 6. And now to announce the new champion who will be entered into the Hall of Champion amongst everybody else. Next time they play, their name will enter as red. Coming in first place, very first time on this show, automatically, right away, a champion. Coming in first place with 12 points. Green Bean VR, congratulations, Green Bean VR. You are a new champion. You are number 68 on the Hall of Champions. Congratulations. Very close game by quite a few other people who have entered the Hall of Fame. We had quite a new players for the first time today. We officially have hit 200 people in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Small Sealand, Green Bean, and Edward for joining the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Green Bean, for entering the Hall of Champions. That is awesome. It was good stuff. It was good stuff. We had a lot of back and forth ties early on in the game, and it's always fun when it happens that way. Good, stiff competition today. I'm going to catch up with the comments. I get behind on the comments when I do the end because I have to announce. So let me go ahead and catch back up. Thank you for making my day, or should I say my night? Yeah, you're welcome, Small Sealand. Thank you for making mine and joining. What's worse than dinosaurs? Zombie dinosaurs? That would be worse. GG, Richard, I like this, Shannon. Well, Gogs, I had read your suggestion 3 seconds before I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for the stream. So, Richard got first place. Or actually, I'm going to read who got first, second, and third throughout the stream, including all champions and non-champions. All right, Richard got first place. Ooh, with 21 points. Oh, I'm going to have to get the podium out next time, hopefully. Richard got first place with 21 points. Let me read everyone else's points real quick and see. We had Gogs had 15, Brawny 11, Green Bean 12. Oh, wow. So it looks like second place is held by Gogs. Second place is held by Gogs at 15. And third place, this is the overall first, second, and third. Overall first, second, and third. Green Bean, not only did you enter the Hall of Champions today, but you also got third place. You got in the top 3 of the overall scores on the board, which means you beat a lot of former champions as well. So, first place to be Richard, 21 points. Second, Gogs, 15. Third, Green Bean. I will have you guys know, to enter the Hall of Champions, you just have to have the most points out of everybody who's not already in the Hall of Champions. Thank you guys for the suggestions. This is implied. Thank you, Gogs, for reminding Player of the Month too. Guys, at some point, and I'm super behind on this, I have taken a picture of every single scoreboard, and I have documented. I really need to catch up on this, so I'm ahead, but I actually have a picture. I know, or I have it. I just have to go through it, which is a lot. I actually have it recorded how many points every single player has ever earned on this show. And at some point, and it's going to take me hours to do it, I will sit down and tally them all up. In That's going to be a little bit. That's probably not going to happen until I at least 2 weeks from now, until I come back from vacation. Guys, I only have about 2 or 3 streams left until I'm going to be gone for a week. There's a lot of things that'll always be coming to the stream. It's an always developing stream, even live. Hey, Doobie, welcome. Guys, November 1st, we are starting the giveaway. We are officially starting the giveaway November 1st. For anybody new here, I'm just taking a train ride to the other side of the country. Just taking a train ride to Seattle, stay in for a night, and then taking a train ride back for my birthday. Just want to spend some time by myself and away from technology. So, November 1st, we are starting a giveaway. How the giveaway works is I have raffle tickets in the mail every single time. I might tune in live. We'll see. Every single time you guys in 1 month get your name on the scoreboard. Not points, but every time you get your name on the scoreboard, I will write your name in on a ticket, and I will put the ticket in a little hat. At the end of the month or the first of the following month, I will randomly pull a ticket from the hat, and if I pull your name, you will get to pick a prize. There's no purchase necessary for entering at all. In fact, you can't pay me any money to enter it. You just have to earn the ticket. And I will let you pick between prizes. Right now, I have 3 different prizes the winner will be able to pick from. Until funds go up on the channel, I'm only going to be sending 1 prize a month until we start, until I can be able to fund the channel more. Then I'd like to be able to send more prizes. For now, we're just going to do that. The prizes are going to be, you can pick between my book. You can pick between a couple other things that are coming that are going to be surprises. A week with me. No, I gotta work. Hey, Rhino, we're going to be starting a giveaway in November. You guys are allowed to get up to 1 ticket per day. If you get your name on the scoreboard, I write your name on a raffle ticket and put it in a hat. If I stream multiple times in one day, you still only get 1 ticket per day. So, and then at the next month, the raffle will start over. I'll be emptying the hat, and anybody who gets their name on the scoreboard. So if there's 30 days in a month, you could potentially get up to 30 tickets. However, you guys know I don't stream 7 days a week, and unfortunately, I don't stream 6 days a week anymore. You should drop a pic of where you are and see if we can geolocate you. No, thank you. Oh, while I'm on the train? God, you do not have my address. That's actually kind of interesting, Richard. Guys, I'm super excited about doing the first, second, and third thing. There's a lot of fun things that are going to be coming in the stream. I only have a couple minutes left, and I really got to get off and get back to my other stuff. I'll have you guys know there's only 2 stipulations for the giveaway. 1, you have to live in a country that the USPS, United States Postal Service, ships to, and it's pretty much, I looked into it, every single country around the world that's pretty much not at war is eligible. So if you're in a country that's in war, unfortunately, I will not be able to ship a prize to you. And then if you are under 18 and I pull your ticket, I will just have to contact a legal guardian to make sure it is okay for me to send whatever prize you choose to you. Those are the only 2 stipulations. So we have to keep it legal because, you know, in the States and there's a lot of laws here. Guys, this is another fun stream. We haven't inducted somebody in the Hall of Champions in quite a few streams. Yes, when you cross another county border. Oh, that'd be interesting, Richard. You still want my hat? Oh, this is my favorite hat, Richard. I don't think I could give it out. I don't think so. No. This is my favorite hat. Guys, this has been such another fun stream. We're going to do another stream. I think I only have 2 or 3 streams left before I leave. I think it's going to be Tuesday and Friday I will be streaming, and then I may or may not stream next week, Monday. I'm not sure because I'm leaving the following Tuesday. So, guys, thank you very much for now. I do have to get off, and I will see you guys all Tuesday. Also, we have a Discord if anybody's interested. If you go to my community post, you guys can know what time I'm going to stream. The day I stream, I will make a community post for anybody subscribed. We have a Discord you can join and connect with other members outside of the stream during off time. It's in a community post that I made, I think, a week or so ago. So feel free to join the Discord. There's it's more lenient than the stream. I'm sorry, Richard. Maybe I'll pop in live at some point. I'm not sure. Probably not when I'm gone, because I think I want to just spend the time. I've been on technology from when I wake up to when I go to sleep for work. So I think it's important for me to unplug for a week and then just kind of meditate and get into my mind, So, guys, it's been another great stream. Thank you guys so much for having fun and playing games with me. I may need to be comatized while you're gone. You'll be all right, Richard. We'll be back. Everybody have a great night. Join the Discord if you're interested. You too, take it easy as well, Sasso. Thank you guys again. I'll be back Tuesday. Don't worry, Small Sealand, I will be back. We do stream every week, multiple times a week. And as a final goodbye, the Divine Toilet will also say goodbye. Everybody, have a great night.